Probably gonna turn the volume down a bit. Probably low enough as is, but whatever. Yes, I stream. Thank you, Pyro. That's my audio sound, by the way. Ah, yeah, that's... Wow, that was immediate. Oof. That is not great. Is that better? Oof, I am playing with frames. That was good. Okay, how's the lag doing? Oh, starting stream and like lag happening. I really hope these issues don't persist. I don't know why they'd be. Hmm. All right. Testing. Hi, how are you? What is testing? Hi. What are you testing? Maybe I should collapse the chat. Actually, the chat's a nice way of telling how the stream's looking. Maybe I will keep that. Oh, Kislev would be great. Testing delay. I should really check that. I could have sworn there was something in stream settings to like... Meh. See, it should be starting any minute now. Ooh, Nutrism would be peak, actually. Inflate 1 liter. Necrons would be good. Hmm. Anything I'm looking forward to? Um. Hmm. Nothing in particular I'm hoping for, or at least nothing I'm expecting. Like, Age of Sigmar probably gonna get new Nurgle stuff. New Dwarves would be cool. I don't know if they're gonna announce all that here, though. They might save that for next year. 40k, I have no idea what to expect. Probably the end of edition campaign. And like I have no idea what to I have no idea what they're doing for that. Old World. Old World could be interesting. If we got more Cathay, I'd Oh. Oh no. Oh. No. Oh, there's no sound. I think they realize. Okay, there it is.
Today, there are over 1,000 Warhammer fans in the room with us, attendees of the World Championship and attendees of the Grand Narrative. I think you heard them cheer already, but just for everybody watching at home, if you can give us another huge cheer, everybody in the room, please.
Oh no.
And we can see there are already thousands of you watching along at home on the stream. Do let us know where you're tuning in from. We have people here from
No, it's not just the stream. It's actually like happening. I can tell from the chat.
Yeah, absolutely. It was really fun over the last couple of days to see the event start to kick off and to see where people have come to participate here.
They are very low, actually.
As the opening ceremony took place, and we saw just hundreds of participants from Mexico, from Brazil, Uruguay. Team France is here in enormous numbers. Canada is also normally. This is the chat right. Hey, where are you? We've got more than 20 nations represented right here in this room. So let the people know where you're from by giving us a big cheer right now.
Oh, can we not hear?
As you can gather, there's a really excited and engaged home crowd as well. It's fantastic. The great people here in the United States.
Oh, we can't hear them.
It's really lovely to be here. Now, what is the World Championships of Warhammer, and what is the Grand Narrative, and why are we here? Well, we've got a little reel to show you what it's about.
Yeah. It sounds like the stream isn't picking up their mics. It's picking up like their sound from somewhere else in whatever room they're in. Oh. I think the audio just jumped up. This stuff is crazy. Whoa! They still sound.
I'm not used to having to pause for a
Oh my god!
the World Championships, just a little taste of what's going on here at the World Championships of Warhammer and the Grand Narrative, and I think it's just a really lovely event so far. This has been a really amazing celebration. Warhammer and the hobby in general.
Oh, Kroot. That's what I'm hyped for. I want to see Kroot.
Really good-natured, highly competitive tournament, and then to watch all these people enjoying the grand narrative where they're exploring the Warhammer 40,000 universe through these linked campaign games has been a real thrill. One of the other things that Eddie and I have been talking about and is apparent this year is that it's the 50th
Lock who
which is quite
who was that used on?
and it got us to thinking about like what that means for us, right? I've been in the Games Workshop hobby now for 36 years or so, and except for my wife, all of my favorite people in my life, all of my best friends, I've met through the Warhammer hobby.
Oh.
Welcome. And many of them at events exactly like this.
Oh, god damn it.
Birthdays and christenings and weddings and funerals, all with these wonderful friends that I've made around the world because of the Warhammer hobby and what it's brought into my life. And that's a real boon to me. I think Games Workshop did something really special when Warhammer came into the world.
Yeah, absolutely. And there will be lots of celebrations over on our channels, the Warhammer Community website, over the next kind of coming weeks as we look at the 50 years of Games Workshop and celebrate this amazing.
OBS disconnected for a sec.
But you didn't come for that.
You're right, we didn't come here for any of this sappy shit. Give us the models.
What really remains now is to tell everybody here and everybody at home how the rest of this show is going to work. For the next hour and 15 minutes or so, probably, we've got loads of fantastic Warhammer reveals for you from
The audio guy is a heretic.
a while ago, but we've got Warhammer Age of Sigmar, we've got the Old World, we've got the Horus Heresy, Necromunda, and Warhammer 40,000.
40,000 for last. That's interesting.
Should we start with our first reveal?
I think we should have our first reveal. We waited long enough.
Right, let's run the show.
Ah, Warhammer Quest. Here we go. Ooh. Oh my god, those are some good looking models.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are really excited to preview
What
today
is-
Warhammer Quest Dark Water, the latest iteration of the extremely popular Warhammer Quest series, and it's a fantastic adventure game set in the Mortal Realms. Eddie, what can you tell us about Dark Water?
Centaurs. I think I missed the centaurs.
You might have played some of the Warhammer quests in the past. It is effectively you and a band of friends go on an adventure into the darker, more grim places.
The delay shortened? What do you mean?
In this particular one, you are going into the Jade Abbey, which is deep in the realm of life in an area corrupted by Nurgle. And as you saw there in the video, there is an amazing range of Magickin of Nurgle miniatures in that box set for your heroes to fight against. So yeah, should we have a look at some
Fantastic,
of the
yeah, let's see the models.
So some of these ones we have already had a
Oh.
chance to look at on the Warhammer Community.
Probably for the best then.
few of the heroes already. We'll have a quick rattle through some of those. But first off, this is the full box set spread there, and you can see you've got a whole bunch of new Warhammer miniatures in there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Show me Festus. I want to see him.
Outstanding adventures and to explore the Jade Abbey. We'll talk in more detail about some of the things that if you're familiar
I'm assuming that's Festus.
with Warhammer Quest might be raising some questions, in particular the board. Don't worry, we'll show you everything you need to know. Let's look in some detail at the miniatures.
Yes.
He says.
What?
Any moment now. I mean, I can describe him here on the.
This is so fucking scuffed, dude.
The next tile to come along. I'll tell you about the map while we wait for the. Oh,
Thank God, dude.
saved from having to ad lib. Good lord. So here is Edmark Valoran. He's known as the man.
I love this mini so much. Begging them to add subtle. It's a live stream. They can't.
Service of Sigmar, and he's looking for a quest worthy to prove those skills. And so he's joined this mission into the Jade Abbey to redeem it from the clutches of Nurgle. If you want to be a supernally arrogant and expert warrior and just like wail.
Hold on, maybe I can try bumping up the audio on my OBS.
Very cool miniature. We have seen this one before already, so we'll move
Absolutely.
on swiftly to some of the next heroes, hopefully, that we can have a look at. Here we are. There's another one that we have, I think, seen already, but a very cool model, so we'll just look at it for a little bit. This
Okay,
is
sick.
Inara Scion, the Cleansing Blade. She is
Yeah,
one
no,
of the
it's like
last
the
survivors
audio is
of
coming
the
from
Jade
somewhere
Abbey's
else in the
fall.
room.
She has come back, with
It is not the
power
two
of
mics they're holding.
realm of Gyron to try and cleanse
Also,
the
this is
Force of
such a
Nurgle
good
from
model.
her former abbey.
Out of the other characters that we've already previewed, the next one up should be. There we go. Inara's still showing off to everybody. She carries an amphora of the cleansing waters that the Jade Abbey.
That's a decanter of endless water
and
right
she
there.
plans to use that to restore life to the Abbey. This is Bren Tylis, the renegade saint. She's the descendant of a real proper saint, but she's lived her life. She's lived her life as a warrior mercenary, and now feels a higher call. So she's scavenged the armor of her ancestor, her forebear, and she's joining.
I like the spear on her back.
Hence, she's taken that name, the renegade saint.
Yeah. I think the next one that we have seen already might be your favorite of the boxes.
This is my favorite.
Oh, my dwarf!
By a long way. I have waited quite a long time to see a Duardin that looks like this. This is Rolf Ironhead.
Fuck, he's ugly.
The arch enemy in Darkwater enacted a horror on his hold and flooded it with fetid waters and drove his
Okay,
people
thank
out.
God.
So he's on a vengeance quest. He's joined this mission.
I was about to give him shit for showing the wrong model, but it switched to him. That's a good shot, actually.
Yeah, just a really cool classic Duardin miniature. You can't quite see it on these shots, but he does have a crossbow.
Oh, he's a proper ranger.
But we've seen these ones already. Let's have a look at something new, shall we? Here we are. This is Kelfanor, the Forest Prince. This is a Kurnothi hero, so a kind of Sylvaneth-aligned follower of the god of the hunt.
I didn't realize he was a
is the prince of his
centaur.
people on his quest to find the biggest, scariest monster he can and kill it in the name of the god of hunting. And he has picked out the demon prince that squats at the heart of the Jade Abbey to kill. He is going to claim that head for the god of the hunt.
Fantastic. Next up, a really unusual hero. I know, right? I don't know if you can hear it at home. The sort of noise that went over the crowd here was quite cool. This is Drasha Vaughn. He's a chieftain of a tribe
The audio's
of
getting better.
who live
This
in
is
the
a
realm of
cool
light.
one.
And he's got an interesting thing on his side. You can see the Ebon Claw, which gives him this power to take on a more feral and savage aspect. And he's here for blood. He's absolutely gunning for the forces that have taken control of the Jade Abbey. His people, they live by the rivers that flow through it, and their lands are now corrupted and polluted by the sort of toxins that come out of the Jade Abbey since its fall.
Absolutely. Yeah, very cool. You can see him from various different angles. He was once
I
a
find the
man,
answers to
is
my
slowly
puzzles
morphing
on that
into a
claw.
creature of Gyron, a kind of half beast, half
It
man.
does look like the claw from Skyrim. You're right.
Next up, this might be my favorite from the box. This is Jacobus Vine, the Jade Wizard. We've had Jade
Oh, I
Wizards,
like that.
in Warhammer for almost like 40 plus years, I think. But this is a mage from the realm of life, from the realm of Gyron. And as you can see there, he's accompanied by
It took me
Spike
a
Spirit
second, yeah.
of the realm of Gyron there. He has a little owl creature on his shoulder and a
Oh, I
fox-like
love this dude.
dog spirits that runs around.
That's. Yeah. I don't want to pay money for this shit. A minute 30.
From the thumping heart of the universe comes the wildest combat event imaginable. King of Meat!
Dear God, I can't even see this shit. Do I get like a free sub? Does that get rid of the ads?
Tender love and care makes life worth living.
They say if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But we put it inside burritos and tacos anyway. Crispy chicken from Taco Bell, a brand new classic.
This isn't gonna bring me to like a weird screen, is it? Give me one quick sec.
But it loves me, loves me, loves me. I know that it loves me anyway. 'Cause what he does so well. Makes me wanna yell. Let's hear it for the boy. Let's get the boy.
There has never been a worse time.
Of interesting cues as well that sort of key into
I'm sorry.
Nurgle and what we know about it, the sort of swollen limbs and the pustules and the buboes and things. But a thing to look for is all these walls, these circular patterns that you see on all of the war gear. That's a recurring motif throughout the Jade Abbey, and was sort of once, I guess, connected to the realm of life and the sort of the positive things you saw on the Jade Wizard's staff. But now it's
Okay,
corrupted
we're
and converted
back.
into something entirely unpleasant.
Yeah, you can see the kind of symbol of Gyron is slowly morphing.
No,
into
I
the symbol
know.
of
I
Nurgle.
turned it off because I wanted to make sure there wasn't any
There
like
we go. That's the
weirdness
Pops Riches.
when I
one step up from
gifted,
those
or
are the
when I
Maggot
became
Kin
a
of Nurgle
subscriber.
Pestigores. Waiting.
Ooh,
Pestigores, obviously
Pestigores.
part of Warhammer for a long time. Oh, we can hear some big fans of Pestigores in the crowd there.
The Pestigore Massive have turned out.
Pestigore is Pestigore, as they say. So there's a whole bunch of these guys. They are sort of rotten goats with various different farming implements and shields and all sorts of things. As you would imagine, these are beast men, so they're fairly durable. They hit fairly
Wait, when
hard.
the
and
ads are
certainly
10
a step
times
up
clearer
from
and
the
louder
Fox
than the
Riches.
stream.
If
You're
you get into a
right.
fight with too many of these, they will drag your
Bestigor.
hero.
You wouldn't get it, but Bestigor is an actual unit.
But there are bigger and more dangerous things to be found inside the Jade Abbey than these.
What the
These are
fuck?
the Cankerborn. This is what it looks like. We've seen what it looks like when demons possess weapons or demons possess creatures. This is what it looks like when demons literally possess the ground.
What?
These are hideous conglomerations of the ground of the Jade Abbey combined with demonic essence, and you can see they've got stones and rocks in their shoulders. They've got 3 heads that look like plague bearers. These are foul creatures and extremely dangerous.
Yeah, you can see like bits of ancient sacred stone is on their back, and you can imagine that Nurgle has infested the land around them, and these sort of like henge-like structures.
Oh my
are
God.
kind of coming out of the ground. They would have previously been.
Their
sort of
faces are
sacred stones,
terrifying.
Of Gyron, but this has been well and truly infested by Nurgle. You can see the heads are quite reminiscent of a plague bearer, but these guys stand almost like 50% again taller than a normal plague bearer. They've got a kind of triple head, 3 eyes in the symbol of Nurgle. They are a pretty formidable foe for your heroes to face.
Absolutely. Next, I think is probably going to get the biggest reaction. Here is my hunch after we've seen these. These are the Blight Templars.
Yeah, so this is an elite unit of Maggotkin. They are effectively the former Templar defenders of the Jade Abbey, fallen to the plagues of Nurgle, so very well armored, very durable.
Those are very nice.
Knights of Nurgle, effectively, and these are some of the toughest troops your guys are going to face as you venture into the Jade Abbey.
Absolutely. And who leads the Blight Templars? This is my favourite model in the set. If you didn't hear that at home, that was the crowd going wild for these guys. This is
Oh
Morgoth
my
the
God.
Cleaver, and he is an officer amongst the Blight Templars. There's a lot to talk about here, but essentially think of him as a superior henchman level character, which your heroes are going to really struggle to fight. Everything about this model just screams Golden Demon.
Yeah, I think this is a phenomenally cool model. I'd be very surprised if we didn't see some painters do some
That's
wonderful things with it. I think
such a
anything
good
Nurgle immediately
sculpt.
lends itself to a lovely paint scheme if you've got the time. Some of the things on there, that enormous arm with the symbol of Gyron on it, that huge axe.
For me, it's the debossed fly on his breastplate. It just
Oh.
looks really good.
Really, he's got antlers there as well. That's kind of a recurring theme across some of these Nurgle miniatures, is the corruption of the realm of Gyron, which previously would have had, antlers would have been a symbol of the hunter.
Oh
god
my
Kurnoth,
God.
but they've all been corrupted in the name of the plague god.
Fantastic. Where do we go from here? This is
Shaman
Foulhoof,
Foulhoof.
the shaman. He's the nominal leader of the Pestigore, which infest the Jade Abbey. He's a fantastic model, and I can
I
imagine
love
you'd
the
like to see him
gore models,
beyond
the Beastmen.
Dark Water, should you so desire.
Yeah, he looks like a fairly unpleasant character. He's going to be leading those Pestigore. Also gives a little bit of magical trouble for your heroes to have to deal with. He's one of the sort of end-of-level bosses, I guess, almost within Warhammer Quest that you've got to overcome.
Yeah, absolutely.
But there's more.
This is perhaps the most disturbing model in
Belga
the
the
set.
Cyst Witch.
It's
Super gross.
it gets worse the longer you look at it.
Oh!
This is Belga the Cyst Witch. So within the Jade Abbey, back when it was a
That's a hand!
fecundity, there was an order of sisters that maintained the sacred waters there, and she was a jealous and grasping lady. Who
Oh my god, this thing is hands that like stir the. She is the thing!
that eventually throws the Jade Abbey down, and this is her reward. She has an enormous maggoty body.
Oh my god!
Appears from underneath her. It's just absolutely abhorrent. There are two more sisters also in the body if you look carefully. This is completely repugnant in absolutely the best way.
Absolutely gross. Absolutely gross. But there's more that's not quite finished.
Yeah,
yet.
shut up.
Last
Don't
up,
say
we
it's
have
cute.
The leader of the forces
Gelgus
of Nurgle,
Pust.
the
Oh, so it's not
Gelgus
Festus.
Pust, who is a demon prince of Nurgle, squatting at the center of the Jade Abbey, leading those forces. A former Templar of the Abbey himself, risen to demonhood for infesting the Jade Abbey in the name of Nurgle. An absolutely horrible but still phenomenal miniature.
Yeah, I mean everything about this guy just screams like superior, like
What the-
boss character. He's enormous, he's powerful, and he's going to be great in this game. And also, I think if you're a collector of the Maggotkin of Nurgle,
Backbugs can be
in
cute
general, you're gonna be
sometimes.
very excited to have them in your collection too. Right.
Okay.
So we've talked
Okay.
at some length about the different miniatures that you find inside the set. It's all really
Oh, the
just an
face!
incredible selection of models for you to play your games with. But there's more to the set than just that. So let's look at some of the other things that come inside.
The
that can help you play your
sword!
games.
Hopefully. There we are.
So there's the box. I mean, that's useful to put it all back in at the end of the night. So this book here is your map for when you're playing Warhammer Quest Dark Water. It's an incredible map book. The next image will show you what it looks like when you open it up. Every
The
scenario
echo
inside
just
the
got
game
worse.
is a different spread.
The echo
spread.
just got
So you
way
lay it open, it
worse.
lies flat. What this means for your gaming night is that you can be playing inside of 5 minutes, right? You get your friends round, you decide which scenario you're playing, you lay your map down, and you are playing immediately.
I think that it's very handy. It's very quick. Each level represents like a different delving into the Jade
Yeah.
Abbey itself. I think to really get a sense of how this works, it's probably best to see it for yourselves. And we do
It was-
have a copy of the box, so I'm going to.
What happened?
And Adam's going to tell you all about it.
So I will narrate for a moment while Eddie goes and gets the box. We managed to secure one and bring it across from over the ocean. So while Eddie opens that up, he might be able to show you some of the frames that come in it, as well as the sort of the materials to do with the gaming. So there we go. We've got the camera on it now. So this is the frame that all the heroes come on. So you see they're all sort of easy to build models, as in they're relatively simple to put together. The heroes come on sort of that beige color frame. So if you don't want to paint your models before you play your first game, you don't have to. You'll be able to tell who's who, because all
That's
the bad
nice,
guys will be
actually.
grey and all the good guys will be this sort of bony color. Yeah, so Eddie's got the frame which has got the sort of the character villains on it. On the back of Gelgus Pust, he has folded fly.
Oh my god, I didn't even notice that.
Deep inside the box, there's a second
He has
box
fly wings as like a cape. That's awesome.
Playing the game is found. So it's got it's full of cards and things. On the right-hand side of the screen now, as you look at it, that's the map book. If we can convince him to open it up, you'll see exactly.
Is it easy to like? Oh yeah,
This
that
is-
unfolds really
It's just set up a
nicely.
map for
Okay,
playing the
good.
game. If you've ever spent hours hunting around for the right tile, this is going to make your games night with your friends and family. And the crowd is responding really quite warmly to this. Each of these is an entirely different scenario and situation, which means you've got hours and hours of just fantastic gameplay to enjoy as you delve through the Jade Abbey and attempt to deliver it from the hands of Gelgus Pust. That was cool.
That was fun. I enjoyed that.
Right.
You know what?
They need to hire
All
an
of
actual
this,
tech. Yeah, they do.
Nurgle stuff has just got me in the mood for some Age of Sigmar Nurgle.
Oh, we're
I just wish there was
Yep,
more
called
than
it.
just the Nurgle stuff that was in that box.
we're getting actual
Shall we see
Nurgle
what's
stuff.
next
Great.
up on the show? I'm looking at the screen, waiting for the next.
God.
Actually, we're going to take a technical break for 2 minutes.
Yeah, that's. You know what? That was for the best. Taking a break. Oh my lord. Oof. I know they're not in their like usual setup because they traveled to the event in America. But like, damn, that's rough. That is rough. Oof. Oh, they changed. I might consider getting that box. Yeah. I might get the Cursed City one instead, though. You can still buy that, right? Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, I really hope some of what they show off is going to be available in 40K too. Be a damn shame if it wasn't. Bro is kind of right. It is embarrassing. The next big reveal is new mics. Well, how sweet they're posting the review articles. I can see what I missed. Gelgus Post, Prince of Swords. Oh, his arm is massive too. Him and Golgoth, they're workout bros for sure. Born Blight Templars, Pox Wretches. Chat never disappoints with the roast. You're right. Meyer Kelpies. Oh, that's sick, actually. Yeah, this is what I missed while I was dealing with ads. I like these a lot, yeah. Swarm all over the Jade Abbey, cursed spirits born from the corruption that runs deep into the land. Though barely a threat on their own, swarm of them can quickly become a problem. You want that as a pet. You want this as a pet. It is made up of disgusting swamp matter and skulls. It'll protect you? You get sick and die! I really hope the Grand Pest goes over. Look, farmhouse smell like shit anyway. Why can't you just get a dog? Why this? Hawk stretches over. Dogs are cool too. Oh, so they're actually blind. I hate this model so much. Ugh. Thrasher-born rampaging beast. That's such a good mini. I think my favorite is either the Manticore Knight or the Jade Wizard. Such a cool design. Which one? Yeah, it's a fantastic design. I just hate it. Log 2 minutes. No, I definitely agree. It's fantastically designed. All of these are. I mean, Gelga's plus... I wish I could turn him around so I could see the fly wings. Molgoth. I wonder how, if these models are going to be usable in Age of Sigmar or 40k for that matter. 'Cause I kind of assumed they were, but like, I don't know. All of them are fantastic. I think out of everything I've seen, my favorite are just the Cankerborn. Like, they just, like... It just strikes me how horrifying they are. It's gonna be a long hour 15. willingly absorb disease and pestilence that would destroy a lesser man in an attempt to prove their devotion to Grandfather Nurgle. Their unstoppable battering rams, oozing with unspeakable fluids, armed with an array of hideous rusted weapons. God, they're so good. Estigors are dedicated to polluting sacred spots for the Plague Father, announcing their presence with phlegmy braying before savagely attacking adventurers. Are there 7 of them? Oh my god. Nurgle's favorite number? Towering mountain of flesh and disease known as Gelga's Pus, Prince of Sores, was once a holy man corrupted by an insatiable lust for power. By committing his soul to the plague god Nurgle, he earned strength far beyond that of a mortal, and now seeks to repay his master by corrupting the Everspring and thus scoring a savage blow against Alaric for control of Gyran. Holy shit, that's so good. He's even got a hook. Oh my. The more I look, the greater it gets. I also love the flesh they did for this guy. How it's like... Oh my god, like how it's darkened and like the shading. Oh my god. It's just fantastic. It's so good. And there's gonna be more stuff for Nurgle too, if they could just fix the damn stream. What is he clutching here? God, even the bug is like so detailed. You can probably appreciate all this more as an artist, huh? Driven mad by her revolting new form. Oh, did she not want this? Oh no. Bring it to 3D like that is so fun to look at. Oh, dude, how long does it take to fix your audio? How long has it been? Oh no. Come on. Enough for me to sketch out 2 sword designs. God damn it. You better send those to me later. Thank you, that's sick. Those look great. You should make a sword sketch based off, like, these weapons. Oh, it's just the hand right there that gets to me. Yeah, based off like this or these or this guy. Campfire splatters and coughs of choking on the same noxious air that sears your lungs. I'm glad you like the idea. Feel bone deep sensation the one with the many faces. It's such a good. I love that. It looks like Warhammer's done this kind of design before with like faces and like swords. This is a really good execution of it. This is fantastic. Holy shit. Are we back? Please let us be back.
Welcome back, everybody. Hopefully we are back alive on the stream. Thank you very much for staying with us through the technical difficulties. We have just seen the incredible new Warhammer Quest Darkwater, and we're going to move swiftly on, as quickly as we can, to the rest of our amazing miniatures coming up soon.
We're staying in the mortal realms of more Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Let's roll the next slide.
How do?
Here we
How
go.
do you
So,
fuck that
we've
up?
seen
Okay,
Dark
just show
Water.
me the
No
model.
one
Don't
told
talk.
us
Just
all
show me
those
the models.
fantastic miniatures would be if we'd had a bit more Maggotkin of Nurgle.
Okay. Oh my god, dude. How? Oh my god, that's sick. Rot swords. So proper Pestigors. Then Dark Quest models definitely aren't showing up here. Putrid new Blight Kings. We did get a new Festus. Slaven Knights.
What a fantastic reveal of new.
That's
What a fantastic reveal of new Magakin of Nagel for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. The crowd really received some of those things.
The models are
in the same way.
great.
Eddie, let's start breaking down what we just
Festus.
saw.
Absolutely. So this is an enormous
Amazing,
new expansion
really.
for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, Magakin of Nurgle. There are loads of new kits. This is the largest release of Magakin of Nurgle we've had really since the end times when we saw a huge wave of miniatures come out. Let's start off with the
Pestigors look
Pestigors. This is even more Pestigors coming out in addition to the ones that are coming out in the Warhammer Quest Darkwater. These are different kits. This is a multi-part plastic kit. You can make them in loads of different ways, and they are just as gross and weird and goat-like as you would hope a Pestigor unit would be.
Yeah, fantastic. And you can see sort of all the hallmarks you'd expect from Pestigor, the,
I like how
the
fat they are.
horrible distended flesh and legions and buboes and things. And it's a perfect unit to sacrifice in battle as you're trying to win glory for Nurgle.
Absolutely. If you ever wonder what it looks like if you shave a very ill goat and give it a halberd and then send it into combat, this is exactly what that looks like.
So much.
Perfect. Absolutely perfect. But they're not the only new infantry models that we saw in this crunch of reveals. I'm really excited by the next one. We have the Rot
Twitch
Swords.
chat's going crazy.
He says a little
Can't
there
wait
we
to
go.
use
These
these
are the Rot
models. Also
Swords,
fire
which are a
rate.
line infantry unit for the Magakin of Nurgle. Think of
The Rot Swords look good.
in a Nurgle force. They are incredibly durable, highly skilled warriors who can absolutely take a beating and keep on fighting through it.
Yeah, this is your battle line unit effectively for Magakin of Nurgle. There's a nice multi-part kit there. You've got
Okay, that's
battlers,
better.
magicians, champions in there. This is the thing that's going to be the bulk of your force, able to kind of take the charge from enemy units. They can obviously dish out the pain because they've got Nurgle weapons that can infest their enemies as well. But this is just a unit that can take a charge like almost no other in Warhammer Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, absolutely. The fantastic opportunity.
Oh, I have to
here
wait
for
a few
painting
minutes.
And brilliant effects. The models are so detailed, but I think you could also paint these very quickly if you wanted to as well.
It's a bit quiet, but that's fine.
Contrast paints them and get some
Yeah,
brilliant
they
effects over
wash
the
up really nicely if you've got kind of ways that want to do some rust or get some like you can paint Nurgle very messily if you want to and get away with it, or you can really spend your time and make them very beautiful if you wanted to.
Fantastic. We saw more than just these. The next unit on the way are the Putrid Blight Kings. We've been familiar with Putrid Blight
Oh,
Kings.
these
for a
are
while.
good.
This unit has received something of a glow up, a little bit of a change of the aesthetic. They now really are the priests of Nurgle. You see that with these robes. And
I love the robes on them.
like almost like a priestly, I guess I've used the word already.
Especially this
vision
guy.
of Nurgle worship.
Yeah, so there's a theme across a lot of the Magotkin of Nurgle, which is the corruption of the realm of life, and you see that there with those mutated, horrible antlers. So they've taken symbols of life
Yeah.
and abundance and corrupted it, and they are just.
They look
an
worse.
absolutely
Shut the fuck up.
horrendous looking unit.
Shut
they
up.
look Lovely on the battlefield alongside the rest of your Nurgle things. They are the same size bases, I believe, as the current.
Yeah. Don't sweat it if you've got
Blight
lots of
King.
future Blight Kings. You can just use them as well. It's fine.
Very cool unit.
They look so good, don't they?
Next up, I think, is my favourite. I
we
really
go.
like this is a new cavalry unit for the Magakin of Nurgle, the Sloven Knights.
I love
A
these.
very popular kit we released in the not too distant past was the Harbinger of Decay. That was the Nurgle champion on a horse, and now he has an entire unit to lead. This is a shock cavalry unit. They are effectively Nurglate Chaos Knights. They've got some really tasty rules in game. They hit
No.
It's a very handy little ability to have.
You roll
Did they
an
just swap
all-important
back?
3+, and the unit you're engaged with will strike last no matter what. That is a powerful ability. And these hit like an absolute freight train when they come in as well. There's this fantastic looking unit. But it's fair to say the main event of this
It's
unit
not that bad.
has got to be Festus
It's kinda
the
bad.
Leech Lord. A hero that we're familiar with from the world that was.
Happy
now
to see
fully
Festus
imbued as
back.
A demon prince of Nurgle, riding an enormous slug-like
You're right.
creature. He's just foul.
No,
Yeah,
Pestilence
so
would
this
look
is a
like this
character
guy.
He's known for quite a long time. He played an important role in the forces of Nurgle during the end times and has been blessed by the powers of Nurgle. He's been given an enormous leech. So now the kind of Leech Lord makes sense. You've got a couple of alternate face options there. You can have Happy Leech Lord or Sad Leech Lord.
The
if you
two
want.
emotions.
And if you want to know what to call his mount, it's called Gathoblight.
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 Oh, that's cool. He's got some very cool rules in game as well. He's able to both
That's a-
magic and in combat.
That's an
basically
entire
suck,
body strapped to the
power
back
out
of his
nearby
carrier.
enemy units, power himself up, heal himself. Just a really useful leader, really useful piece for your Nurgle armies. I think, again, this is a really good candidate for a painter as well. Loads of lovely details on the back there. He's brought his kind of weird collection of concoctions and putrid things with him and sits right at home at the center of your Magakin army.
He looks great.
Yeah, fantastic. And where might one learn about all of these exciting new models?
That's a great
And
question,
Their
Adam.
rules? Well, it will come as no surprise. There will be a new Chaos Battle Tome for Magakin of Nurgle. This is
Great
everything you
cover.
need to understand all their lore and the stories and things that surround them,
Great
but also
cover.
how to use them in your games.
Yeah, absolutely. More than one new book on it. Oh, sorry, there's something else here. So we've also got some Regiments of Renown alongside the Battle Tome. There are several Regiments of Renown you can use inside the new Battle Tome. One of them is going to be made available as a new box set. This is a Pustule. There's also a new Spearhead, which has, amongst other things, loads of
Bubonic
Nurglings in.
Cell.
Yeah, absolutely. Anybody here play Spearhead? We've been playing a lot of Spearhead back in. Our
I can
office.
actually hear the
I'm quite
audience
enjoying it.
now.
And this one gives you just a gibbering horde of little Nurglings to turn loose on the enemy. I'm quite excited by it. Also, there is another book on the way. Eddie, what is Blighted Wilds?
So we have another narrative expansion for Warhammer Age of Sigmar, a Path to Glory book, and this effectively allows you to play games in the Blighted Wild, which is within the realm of Gyron that has been infested by the forces
cities.
of Nurgle. So you can play through either as the forces of Nurgle trying to corrupt it, or as the forces trying to drive back or hold back the Plague Father's legions.
It did, didn't
Fantastic.
It's jumping.
Whew, there we go. That was our Warhammer Age of Sigmar segment.
That was it.
How we doing?
That's it for Age of Sigmar, huh?
So, we're going to take a little bit of a change of pace now and show you something that we're very excited about that you're going to see more of in the next year. So 2026 is looking very good. If you like cool Warhammer animations, let's have a
Okay.
look ahead.
Better be a Astartes.
This is my only chance to atone.
Doesn't look like Astartes, but still looks good.
What were those things?
Eldari.
Oh.
We shall risk everything for this.
How do we fight ghosts?
Then this war will last forever. Begin the ritual.
Is that Bellicor?
The next wave of greenskins will soon reach our world.
The Emperor will see us through this. We will not abandon these souls. You have my word.
That.
Merciful Emperor.
Fuck you.
That was really cool.
Glad you enjoyed it.
Yeah, I really enjoyed that. We saw loads of like snippets from forthcoming animations for Warhammer Plus. Eddie, give us some insight into some of what we saw?
Yeah, so we're not going to go into too much detail today in terms of the names of some of those things, the titles of them, but we can tell you some of the things about them. We
That was
absolutely, these are
funny.
new
3D stuff looks
animations
good.
on
I
the
don't know
way
about
from
2D
Warhammer
though.
Plus very soon. There's some factions we absolutely saw there. We've got some Sisters of Battle, Order of the Sacred Rose. There's some Eldari on the way. Aeronautica
Sam.
Imperialis make an appearance. There's some Orcs. There's a
Watch
couple of
it,
Space
it's
Marines in the
again.
mix
That's
there.
great to hear.
We've also got the
I don't know if
finale
I'll
of the current
feel
season
like
of Black
adding
Talon on its
people
way
from the
very
Twitch
soon
chat
with
on
Be'lakor
Discord, but
and
thanks for the
Eternus
offer.
up to their mischievous, devious tricks again. Also in that, we got to see some of the incredible behind-the-scenes work that people do.
That was the thing I thought was really exciting, was seeing the incredible
like
amount of effort and
Netflix
talent
service,
that's
Warhammer
going into
Plus.
these shows to make them so good, right?
Where
When
they,
you saw sort of
make Warhammer
the orchestra
animations.
playing the score and then the voice actress performing the lines, really gives you a sense of how much work's going into these shows.
Yeah, there's a lot of very talented people doing a lot of very good work there, and we kind of make sure to kind of push the quality really hard to make sure that Warhammer can be the best.
3D stuff is good.
Fantastic. All of these shows
2D
will be
less so.
coming to Warhammer Plus in 2026, right?
Black Talon will be on its way before that. That's going to be
Great.
released this year, and then the rest of those shows are on their way in 26.
Fantastic. And I'm just going to press you a little bit. When the camera panned out and you saw the desks with the monitors, those were Space Marine Terminators.
Okay, they did look like Space Marine Terminators.
Is that a clue for Astartes 2?
I mean, it could be. Who knows? Who knows?
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm probably too excited. Right. So that was fun. If you want to watch all of those shows and loads more besides, Warhammer Plus is where you'll find them all. So we need to go now to the Age of Darkness and the Horus Heresy.
All right, I care less for this stuff.
Fantastic. So we've got some exciting things coming down the road
trailer.
for the Horus Heresy very soon. Here are our first reveals. We are looking at the Legiones Astartes Siege Assault Battle Group. What is a Siege Assault Battle Group, I hear you say? Well, good news, we can explain it.
This is effectively a new box set with loads of new miniatures and a couple of returning ones as well. Let's have a look at some of the models. To start off with, we have the much anticipated Mark III Legion Breacher Squad. This is your Space Marines in iron armor with enormous big shields and all sorts of specialist breaching weapons.
Yeah, I'm of the opinion that iron armor is the greatest mark of armor ever invented.
The shields
and the
are
breachers
cool.
are the greatest type of Space Marines ever invented. So these ones are just for me.
These are just for you. You've got all the things you would want from a breacher squad in this. You've, of course, got shields and bolt guns. You've also got grav guns in there, cutters for getting through there, bits to make your sergeant, everything you would need from a Legion breacher squad.
Yeah, fantastic. Backing them up in their mission to launch Siege Assault, we have the very welcome new Cataphracti Terminators.
Yeah, this is two kits on their way for Cataphracti Terminators. You've got this one we can see right now with Volkite Chargers and Power Balls, and there is also a kit on the way with Combi Bolters and Power Fists. Both of these kits also include upgrades for things like heavy weapons, you've got heavy flamers, autocannons, that sort of thing. And these Cataphracti are now scaled in line with the rest of the Horus Heresy range so that they tower over anybody wearing power armor foolish enough to challenge them in a fight.
Fantastic. And I think one of the more popular marks of Terminator armor as well is Cataphracti.
Yeah, certainly up there. Also in this box set, you have a Leviathan Siege Dreadnought. He isn't new, but he is awesome. He comes with these guys in the box as well. The miniatures will also be available separately as well. So if for some reason you didn't want a Leviathan Dreadnought in your life, it should be crazy. If you didn't want it, you can get these Terminators and the Breacher Squad separately as well.
Fantastic.
Okay, this
So
Nakmir Senior
all of
guy,
these things are
I
united by
concur
the
with him
like of
100%.
sieging.
Share the color scheme.
It's not the only new kit or box set coming along for the Horus Heresy. There is more.
Yeah, it's
May
not
we
just about
introduce-
Space Marines.
May we introduce you to the Mechanicum Skitari Battle Group. The stuff in here is mind-blowing. I remember seeing it for the first time and just being absolutely like blown away by it. Let's break down what comes in this set. First are the Skitari Battle Pilgrim
these look
Corpus.
interesting.
These are the predecessors to the Skitari legions that you might know from Warhammer 40,000. At the time of the Horus Heresy, the Mechanicum splits. You end up with two fabricated generals, and the Skitari at that time split under each of those fabricated generals. The ones that side with the War Master under Kelbor Hal go real dark.
Yeah, they like blood. They come from the planet named after the god of war, so it's no surprise really that they do like shedding blood. So certainly the traits of Skitari go a bit off the rails. But even the loyalist ones at this point are still savage warrior pilgrims of Mars. They are irradiated fanatics.
Yeah, they're quite a different beast, aren't they? And you can see in the weapons and things that they carry how different they are. This is their leader, is the Battle Pilgrim Marshal.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice multi-part plastic there. You can
Admech's
see
always
some
got
different
cool stuff.
options.
I
You've
love their
got-
legs.
I'm not even sure what the weapons are called, but you've got a stabby one, a punchy one, and a zappy one.
I mean, that's pretty much exactly what he's got. If you are looking for more details on it, he's got.
Even the servo skull head has got little options on it.
He does have a service gun. There's also another thing. There we go. The Voltrax Stratos Automata, which is available to the Skitarii
It's a little drone.
Battle Pilgrims. It's a grav
just a little
unit
guy.
which is pushing the edges of
those
what's
rockets on the
allowed in
side? Oh,
technology.
okay.
And if you're familiar with the Warhammer 40,000 range, you know what some of these things end up becoming.
Yeah, absolutely. So this can
those
go
become
into battle
fetid
alongside your Skitarii, or you can include it in a wider Mechanicum army. The Skitarii
wait,
themselves
that's cool,
can be
actually.
fielded almost as a self-contained force, but they can also slot in quite happily into the wider Mechanicum army. So this is a great little expansion if you've already pledged yourself to Mars, to one of the various Fabricator Generals. This is a welcome expansion.
There's going to be some fun new things to learn about these guys as well. They've got weapons that I wasn't familiar with the name of at this when I discovered them, because they're entirely new. They're carrying Volt Lock weapons, so Volt Lock pistols, Volt Lock arquebuses, and it's more of that like weird esoteric Martian technology that perhaps the wider Imperium hasn't got its hands on and doesn't understand.
It's either a little bit heretical, or Mars just really likes it and doesn't want to share.
Yeah, absolutely. All of the rules and the lore behind these models will be contained in the Steel Hand of Mars, which is a new journal Tactica, which will be coming out for the Horus Heresy soon.
Yeah.
There we go. And here you can see some fantastic spins. We've got the Marshal here. His pistol was a Volt Lock pistol, for the record. And yeah, I think if you've been enjoying collecting some of the Mechanicum models for your Horus Heresy collection, this is a really welcome addition, right? It helps you build out.
They're right.
Absolutely. So yeah, Heresy fans getting a lot of stuff on the way very
Not
soon.
my cup of tea.
Staying in the Age of Darkness, we have a few more things.
But perhaps a little
But a little
smaller.
bit smaller.
There we go. Any Legions Imperialis fans in the room? There we go. So if you like your Heresy small or just far away, then can we interest you in the Saturnine Battle Group? Earlier in the year, that was a nice sort of murmur that went across the room.
don't
Earlier in the year, we
mind,
had Saturnine release, which was the new
Legion
sort of
stuff
box
too
set
much.
for the Horus Heresy. This is the Saturnine models entering the Legions Imperialis game. We've put a model from the big Heresy range alongside it, so you can get a sense of the scale, because these are chunky models. You've got
That's
the
fun.
Saturnine Terminators. Here you can see the Saturnine Command Squad. These are
Oh. Oh. Oh no.
this is the Dreadnought, and look how big it is compared to.
We've got a
Oh,
lovely
okay,
shot of it
back.
next to the
There we go.
normal Saturnine Dreadnought's plasma cannon. If you're curious about how this stacks up against your Warhammer the Horus Heresy Dreadnought, it's about the same size as this plasma cannon. But the advantage, of course, in Legions Imperialis is that you can field entire formations of these guys, right? So
You
can
may not have
an
been looking.
entire
The
Saturnine
string
army
cut
of things,
out
hundreds of
for like a
Terminators,
solid half
on the
minute.
battlefield.
Yeah, also inside this Saturnine battle group, you get some other great additions. You get the Mastodon and the Arachnid weapon platform and Vindicators. All the things you need to have a really great sort of central force. Should you want to unleash the technology gifted by Vulcan on the enemy?
Yeah, the Arachnid weapon platform is worth calling out some new guns it's got.
Actually-
Now that it's in Legions Imperialis scale,
That message
along
may
with
have
the
been
quad
when it was cutting out, my
autocannons,
bad.
there is also the option for twin Punisher cannon and
Yeah, the Orias
Orias
heavy
frag,
frag
that's the
missile
one.
launcher.
Yes, so loads of different choices to put on your weapon platforms to kill whatever your opponent happens to be putting down on the battlefield.
And they look really cool when you get these panning shots. All the little tanks. Very nice. So, there's more for Legions Imperialis. There is an absolute deluge. This is the Legionis Astartes Combined Arms Battle Group. It's all stuff you've seen before. We won't linger on it too long, other than to say this is a great way of getting a whole bunch of Space Marines for your Legions Imperialis games. like units and tanks and vehicles and all of the good stuff.
It's kind of an army in a box, or certainly a small army, or a very easy way to expand. This is also a box on its way for Solar Auxilia, doing a very similar sort of thing. Loads of different units. You've got some super heavy, some infantry, some scout units, some Ogrins, all sorts of stuff.
Perfect. Now,
Imagine.
let's talk about super heavies for a moment. My favourite tank
Necromunda's
in the
gotta
Horus
be
Heresy,
next,
maybe
right?
in the entire Warhammer universe, is the Space Marine Legion Astartes
Probably.
Hellblade. Here it is. It comes as like a two-for kit. The other thing inside that kit we just saw is the
maybe
Glaive
World War
Super
II
Heavy.
knows.
I like a Volkite. I like the Glaive.
Are you a Glaive guy?
Yeah, I'm a
Yeah.
Glaive guy.
Fantastic.
There are more super heavy tanks on their way for the Space Marines as well as the Fellblade and the Glaive. There is a second kit on its way, which makes a Falchion super heavy tank and also a brand new super heavy tank that we've never seen before. The Ascalon super heavy tank with the largest tank portable flamer in the Age of Darkness.
Yeah, that you just really want to burn somebody at this point, don't you?
Yeah, that is the same size flamer that you get on Titans, just for scale.
So yeah, the Legions Imperialis collectors, they're just eating well right now.
They're eating good. They're eating good.
Great. So there's got to be a book to provide you with all the rules and lore about all of these things that we just showed you. You'll find that in Journal Strategia, The Ruin of the Salamanders. If you really like salamanders, don't look too close to the cover because that is an Iron Warriors Fellblade driving over your mates. Sorry.
Oh,
Someone's going to lose. Sorry, Salamanders.
okay.
Right. So we're not quite done in the Age of Darkness. We need to take a
All right, I'm fine with
tiny
this.
detour as we talk about something like new and interesting.
I was about to
if
groan,
you've
but I'll
been
take
enjoying
books.
reading and discovering the Horus Heresy series. We're introducing here for the first time a new
F. Oh. What is happening? What the hell? Oh no.
Heresy Saga, and the first volume in it is Horus Rising. What is the Horus Heresy Saga, I hear you ask? It is 12 volumes which have been selected by the Black Library to take you through the Horus Heresy. Otherwise, you're facing like 54 books. And so what this does is it includes sort of the main story arc of the heresy and a lot of those main events. So things like
They're
X-Man
including
3,
a
X-Man 5,
summary for a 50
the betrayal at
book
Calth,
long series.
Prospero, loads of these key events that you really need to understand to make your way through the whole of the Horus Heresy. Eddie's holding a copy of the hardback book right now. If you're in the room, come and have a look at the end of the show. It's a beautiful volume, fantastic new artwork. There'll be a paperback edition coming in the future afterwards as well. These are intended for people who maybe, a lot of us in this room have probably followed the Horus Heresy for years, right? But if you're new and you want to know where to start, well, this is a fantastic starting point. Horus Rising is one of the most popular books in all of the Black Library, and it's exciting to see it in a new imprint.
I'm going to see if we can get some shots of this.
There we go. Exciting. Right. I guess the thing to talk about with Horus Rising is this is kind of the book that like launched the Horus Heresy into the fame and the notoriety that we're familiar with today.
Okay.
There we go. What a lovely book. There we go. The cover art is fantastic. Horus
The
Lupercal
cover
looks
art
like
is
a
great.
really swell guy.
I would follow him, definitely.
I think
Seems like a great guy.
it's all going to turn out just fine. Who wouldn't trust that guy? Fantastic. Right. So we are moving on now. We've been to the Age of Darkness. Let's return for a moment to the old world.
Ooh,
if
okay,
we
old
can.
world. What have we got?
So let's play the
we got
video.
a video. Oh yes, we're going back to Cathay.
Now is the time for every citizen to take up arms.
Oh yes, we get crane
The
gunners.
great mages of the Celestial Court stand with us. Together, we defend our homeland. This great bastion has stood for 3,000 years. It shall not fall today.
Okay. Iron Hail Gunners. Mage on horse. Defend the Great Bastion. OBS disconnected again.
That was pretty cool.
Yes. So, Warhammer: The Old World obviously has come back. We've gone back to the world that was. It's been a lot of fun for those of us who have gone there. One of the huge stories out of Warhammer: The Old World, of course,
For a second, the audio peaked
Cathay,
again.
which is an army we'd never previously had a chance to visit. We had that army released in the not too distant past, and very exciting release, and this is a huge expansion for that faction. There's loads of good stuff on the way, including Astromanthers.
Surprised we didn't get a chariot.
So until now, if you've been using a Grand Cathay army, you've been a little bit limited for your choices of spellcasters on the battlefield. Your
God
wizard
damn it,
options.
another
So the
box I have to
Astromanthers
buy.
provide you with a foot wizard and a mounted wizard, so you can include them in your units or have them deploying around the battlefield where you need them most. And provide you with some much-needed magical backup.
Yeah.
Also-
Multi-part plastic kit as well. So really, lots of cool little options in there. You can have a look at the
where are
different
your rats?
heads
They're
and
dead.
staffs and hands and things that they can
He's
have.
also got a really adorable Onyx Crowman as well.
I do
There's a
love
little
the
crow
Birdman.
man with him.
Which is a familiar, if you were wondering what it does in the game. Right. Now, in the narrative of what's taking place in the Old World right now, a lot of the army of Grand Cathay has deployed to the Old World proper to help reinforce against the hordes of chaos, which are massing in the north. And that leaves the peasant levies the responsibility of manning the Great Bastion. And so that's what we have here is some of the peasant levy. These are just ordinary citizen soldiers called to arms.
That's a
You can see them with
beautiful
bows. There's not been a lot of missile units in Grand Cathay except for its artillery pieces until now. So these are a really welcome unit. We've also got them with spears if you want.
In game terms, this also gives you like a really useful disposable unit that you
That's
can
where I
have.
was going,
So, currently, you're having to rely on your Jade Warriors, which are really the elite of your forces. But sometimes you just need a unit to kind of get in the way of something, or to block a charge, or to fall back, or just to die so that other units don't have to. And peasants give you that option, basically.
It's a cruel world.
It's a cruel world.
Now, we talked a little about missile units available to the armies of Grand Cathay. And there are 2 new missile units on the way as part of this reinforcement set. The first is the Iron Hell
finally,
Gunners.
some
The
ranged units.
forges of Nangao have been blazing hot to make new weapons and munitions for the armies of Grand Cathay. The Iron Hell Gunners are functionally blunderbusses. These things tear through heavy infantry at short range, devastating missile troops. And they're reinforced by the Iron Hell Gunners, which you just saw there. So there's 2 units inside this reinforcement set. The Iron Hail, short range, devastating against large units, and then you've got the Crane Gunners, which we'll go to next. So you can see they've got the purveys to protect them from incoming fire, and
I
then they've
love
got
these.
extremely powerful arquebus-style weapons. The detailing on them is the thing that really excites me. The sort of the fluting on the barrel, all of the the telescopic sights, everything about these just really screams like intricate detail and sculptural work that the Grand Cathay army is quite known for.
Absolutely. And together, added into the artillery you've already got as part of the Cathayan army, you can make an incredibly powerful shooting army for the armies of Grand Cathay. If you wanted to just put missile troops on the battlefield, have archers and
see,
firepower and
box comes
artillery
with-
and rockets and all sorts of stuff, you could make probably the most formidable shooting
Iron
army
Hail, Crane
in
Gunners,
the old
Peasant
world, which is
Archers.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
you're certainly right there, aren't you?
Spearmen
All of these
and
things will be available
Astromancers. Damn, it
first as
comes
part
with
of the
everything.
Defenders of the Grand Bastion, which is a reinforcement set. If you've not collected a Grand Cathay army before, you could use this as a starter, but it's really intended as that big block of reinforcements for your existing force. And it's we should talk about when this is due out. It's going to be out like late winter into spring next year.
Yeah, so a little bit of a wait, but not too long. So if you like the look of those
February,
and you've not
March,
got any
alright.
Cathay and stuff yet, pick up some Cathay now, get your army ready, and the reinforcements will be along sooner than you know it.
With a little bit of foreshadowing, I mentioned that a lot of the army of Grand Cathay within the narrative of the unfolding lore has gone to the old world to fight against chaos. This book's called The Breaching of the Great Bastion, and it all does not look well back in Grand Cathay. You can see it's all on fire. And so I think we're going to see what the peasant levy is going to have to be dealing with within the story as it unfolds in the old world.
Absolutely. A very exciting expansion for the old world and for Grand Cathay in particular.
So that was good.
That was fun.
Why don't we go forward and have a little bit of a look at Necromunda?
Let's do it.
Means last is
So,
40K.
Necromunda, there's quite a response to Necromunda here in the room. There's been a narrative sort of event taking place within Necromunda for a few years now. And you see here, this is a new book that's coming for Necromunda. It's called Spire of Primus. This is part of the Aranthian succession story that's unfolding. There's been a real power struggle on the planet of Necromunda. The planetary governor was deposed, presumed dead. Noble houses have been vying for power, and this book continues and culminates some of that story with the real appearance and arrival of a major player within the power structure of Necromunda. This is Ozostium Aranthus. Now, the arc is called the Aranthian Succession, and Ozostium Aranthus is a presence that has been on Necromunda since before the birth of the Imperium.
He's really old, really old.
He looks well for it, right?
Yeah,
Everything
he
seems
looks all
fine.
right.
If you want to see just how he looks under his helmet, on warhammercommunity.com, there's a picture of him without his helmet on. He's not a well man. So essentially, he is attempting the ultimate power coup to take control of Necromunda. I don't want to spoil who and what he is too much, other than to say he's got a really dark and unpleasant past, and I wouldn't want him in charge of my planet. He's not the good guys.
Yeah.
Or maybe he is if you like that sort of thing.
But there's a lot of other kits on the way as well for Necromunda. It's a fairly sizable release of stuff, actually.
Yeah, we've got a few things to talk about. These are the Palanite Justicars. You've seen Palanite Enforcers before.
I like
it's the responsibility of on every planet in the Imperium.
I've seen a couple of
governor
what are they called? Biped
maintain law and
spears?
order. That's not the job of the Adeptus Arbites.
I'm liking it.
Enforce the Lex Imperialis. So this is part of that law and order. Palanite Justicars, in particular, dispense justice to the noble houses. And so what you've got here is almost like a snatch squad, right? You've got bailiffs, you've got the one with his man catcher, you've got an executioner. These are going to descend into the hive and wreak justice on wrongdoers. And you can ally them alongside law-abiding gangs within your Necromunda campaigns. They're just fantastic.
I love the servo skull has a wig.
Oh my god, that's
he's got that whole sort of a barrister-looking aesthetic going on. There's some cool things to talk about here. The man catcher is a Fullman pattern man catcher, and you can build them in a variety of ways. So he could be built onto the guy who's kneeling down and whatever. So there's some options here. I'm being told to hold my microphone more effectively. What is fantastic if you're enjoying the Palanites and you want something to add to your law-abiding gang. Not the only expansion.
Oh, yes.
Necromunda saw, a couple of years back, saw the return of the squats. These are the Ironhead Squat Charter Masters and Drill Masters. This is an expansion for your Ironhead Squat gangs. They provide you with some elite specialist gang champion situation here. They're just brilliant, right? Who doesn't want a new squat with a pipe and a power axe?
Oh my god, the pipe. The little bits and bobs are so good.
So the idea of these is they're champions that add on to an existing Necromunda gang. You could probably make a gang out of it, but the idea is that really this is an expansion for the existing squats that you've already got. These are kind of the elite. These are what Charter Masters effectively means that they've earned their high rank within the squat hierarchy, and as a result, kitted out with some of the best equipment. They've got very good armor, they've got very good guns. These are going to pack a punch in your games.
Yeah, and within this, there's specific specialists that do specific things. So one of them is the Exomaster. You see the bigger suit. They've got this incredible understanding of how the mining processes work and chem harvesting, and they've got the gear to do it, but it's also incredibly useful war gear. Or you've got the Drill Masters, and the Drill Master can control, I think he's called a Techmite Autoveyor. Is this weird little sort of tracked unit that you might have seen in some of the shots. A great addition to your Necromunda gangs, and you can use them as part of your Ironhead Squat Prospectors. There you go. Excellent. Right. Whew, that is Necromunda.
All right, reaching the end.
It's time to go to the grim darkness of the far future.
All right, let's see it.
Have a bunch of new stuff for Warhammer 40,000 for you today. Some incredible new miniatures across a range of different factions. I want to start off with some new character models for some of our Xenos factions. This is Beric Stormbrow. He is a Cookonic Berserker character. He can lead your units for Cookonic Berserkers. And the lore for this guy is that he is an expert orc hunter. He's lost his hands in combat against orcs. They've been blasted off in some kind of horrific bout of firepower. But he is so tough. He's just got some new bionic ones. He's not overly troubled by it. He is a particularly tough kin. He has a clone scheme that makes him even more durable than the already durable Leagues of Votan already are. He goes right at the front of your army, in the middle of your Chthonic Berserkers, leads that unit into combat. He gives them explosive hits in combat. He does all sorts of horrible things to your opponent's army and makes an absolute mess of whatever.
He's going to be impossible to get, I guarantee it.
Right.
You have to punch it off really hard to make its nose bleed.
I would think so. He's not the only new character model coming. Here we see the Twin Lance, part of the Tau Empire. Eddie, what are the Twin Lance?
So the Twin Lance are a new pair of special characters for the Tau Empire. Those of you who know your Tau Empire lore will know that Farsight was once the exemplar of the Mondkar, the killing blow within the Tau Empire, but he's sort of fallen out of favor with the Ethereals. They don't really like to put him on the posters and the propaganda anymore. So they were looking for someone new to represent the Mondkar within the Tau Empire. So they found these guys, the Twin Lance. This is a male and a female Tau who were once part of three warriors who went around together, but one of them was killed by a Gene Stealer Patriarch. These two responded with a perfect exemplar of the killing blow and managed to take out the leader of the Gene Stealer Uprising. From that point onwards, they were lauded as heroes of the Tau Empire, and now they go between the different steps, fighting wherever the Ethereals tell them to. One of the things to note about them that's quite cool is that they don't have the markings of any specific sept within the Tau Empire on them, because they are heroes for all of the people of the Tau, for all of the greater good. They can fight alongside any of the septs you want, which means you can put them in any of your Tau armies, regardless of what color you painted them. They are very, very good at going in very close and killing the thing you really want them to kill. One of them has a fusion-style weapon. One of them has a flamer-style weapon. So whether you want to melt a tank or burn some infantry, they are the Tau for the job.
Yeah, they have individual names, so they are known as the Twin Lance. You have Sunseer, who has the Fusion Eliminator, and then you have Scatterflare, who uses an ion scatter cannon. And so you can see them here. The ion scatter cannon is the one on the screen left, and they've got different specializations. Just fantastic new character models for your Tau Empire army. There's more.
Okay,
This is
new Tyranid.
This is very exciting for me. I'm a Tyranid collector. I have a nice Tyranid army at home.
We're just getting a little bit of everything,
this is a new Synapse leader for your Tyranid army with the Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip.
I mean, it sort of does what it says on the tin. This is the Tyranid Prime with a Lash Whip. You know what a Tyranid Prime is? You know what a Lash Whip is? This is the Tyranid Prime with a Lash Whip. It's a lovely miniature. It's in a really cool dynamic pose. It's the first time we've had a dedicated miniature to represent a Tyranid Prime infantry version. This is a character that you can put in amongst either Tyranid warriors or one of your infantry units. Makes that unit more efficient and obviously gives
I knew you'd want this.
But I think just a really awesome Tyranid model, actually. Just really great to have something new to paint.
Yeah, we should say these three releases that we just described, so Beric and the Twin Spear and the Tyranid Prime with Lash Whip, we're expecting to see them release into the new year. So think more like spring.
It's a little way off yet, but we just wanted to show you some cool stuff.
Exactly, it's always nice. There is a lot more for Warhammer 40,000 for us to show. I believe we've got a little video.
Yeah.
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible.
Hush.
They await your presence, my lord.
That's good voice acting.
He commands us to reconquer the 500 worlds of Ultramar. In the 10,000 years between his death and rebirth, how many worlds have been scoured by the archenemy? Devoured by the monsters of the hive mind? Sacrificed on the altar of Exterminatus? He is a demigod out of time, fighting for a golden age that can never dawn again.
Welcome home.
Oh, it's Titus!
Demetria Titus.
Master
An official
of the
Titus
Watch,
model?
Captain of the Second Company, Warden of Ultramar!
Oh my god!
The Primarch Reborn demands the impossible. But only in death does duty end.
That was awesome. I'm a huge fan of Captain Titus.
Oh,
I
the
followed him through
Ultramarines
Space
deserve
Marine, the
nothing, but
original
that
game
was
many
worth
years
it.
ago. I've put too many hours to account
Oh.
for Space Marine 2. And here we see his narrative is progressing. Tell us more, Eddie.
So this is an important piece of Warhammer 40,000 lore, and especially important for Captain Titus.
Pyro, I'll
Those
explain
of
it to
you
you
who played
later,
Space Marine 2,
why
the
the-
computer game,
I'm
will
pogging.
know that the last time we saw Titus, he was a lieutenant
know what,
of the
just listen.
Ultramarines, recently returned from exile in the Death Watch, and he has sort of come back, the prodigal son return sort of thing. We now know, thanks to this new piece of information, that he has become the captain of the Second Company once more. His journey is complete.
Oh,
His
Akron
redemption
fucking died.
is complete, and he is now leading the Second Company. But that is a job that comes with a lot of responsibility. He is the Warden of Ultramar, and he has been tasked by the Primarch Reboot Gulliman with retaking the 500 worlds of Ultramar, which was an enormous thing for Gulliman back in the age of the Horus Heresy, but many of those worlds have been lost. He has been tasked with reclaiming them with the troops he has to hand.
So let's see what those troops look like.
That's a sick. That's such a good model. What are those? Who are you? What? Was that McCarran? What? Was that Gadriel? So the 500 world leaks were real. Oh fuck! I don't play Ultramarines. God, I don't.
Fantastic. So here we see Captain Titus and the Wardens of Ultramar. This is a new plastic kit that is coming out for the Ultramarines chapter. This is Titus and his command staff as he embarks on this quest to reunify the 500 worlds of Ultramar.
Absolutely. We know that we've had quite a lot of Ultramarine releases recently, but I think for Titus, we can have one more. I think that's okay.
I accept
right?
it.
He's kind of
I
cool.
accept
He's
it.
kinda cool. So this is Captain Titus. He has brought with him his brilliant chainsword, which we know from Space Marine 2.
I've got a lot of hours in with that
Yes,
chainsaw.
a lot. I've killed a lot of Tyranids with that chainsword. He has the mantle of the captain once more, so all the regalia that you'd expect of that position. A very cool cloak, and he is at the center
That's a
of
fantastic
that new
cloak.
box set. But it's not just him.
It's
He's brought with
Mataras?
him his
Okay.
entourage.
Possibly my favourite
That had
Space
to have been
Marine in
Gadriel
the
next to
whole
him, right?
galaxy. Anybody here seen Secret Level? In the chat, have you seen Secret Level? If you haven't, you need to go and watch it. It's an incredible animation that we made in partnership with Amazon as part of their Secret Level series. Mataras is the veteran sergeant who recruited Titus as a boy. And here they are reunited in this
I
plastic
hear the world
kit.
crying, hush.
Mataras is going to help Titus on his quest to reunify the
Hush.
500 worlds.
Yeah, he is a sergeant of the Blade Guard. So as you can imagine, he is a very, very competent combatant. And you can watch him be a very competent combatant in the Secret Level episode.
I don't know if
He's
I'm
not the
gonna
only
get this,
Space
but-
Marine to accompany Titus, of course. Ancient Gadriel, this guy had your back all the way through Space Marine 2. He has now been given the banner of the Second Company. He is the Ancient of Titus in Command Squad.
It's nice to have friends, right?
It's nice to have friends.
Yeah, speaking of friends, there's a suite of other important characters that are going to help Titus in his mission. Here we have Commodore Gaius Silver, a commander within the fleet of Ultramar, responsible for making sure that the fleet logistics and the naval battles and things that are going to take place go smoothly.
Yeah.
I'm not answering you.
There's more. He's got a staff of human helpers. This is astropath Daniel Cornelius. A powerful astropath. In 40k terms, this is the only way to stay in touch with your friends.
Yeah, Titus is
so
the
good.
captain of the Second Company, the Warden of Ultramar. He has almost constant communication from all the various planets within Ultramar and the forces that he's trying to command to keep hold of them and take new ones. So it's vital that he keeps an astropath nearby at almost all times. Interesting kind of that we are able to see all the humans that accompany Titus, because Ultramar is a kind of slightly unusual part of the Imperium in that not only do the Ultramarines have to go and kill all the aliens there and make sure that they drive back the forces of the heretics, they also lord over the humans of that region as well. They command the humans and run Ultramar as a sort of mini empire within an empire.
Yeah, absolutely. This is Plenipotentiary Lucia Vesta. They go ahead. This character goes ahead of Titus, kind of as a messenger, but also as an explorer. So, sort of scouting ahead and working out which of the 500 worlds that are lost are able to be reclaimed, and helping him with that mission. And possibly my favourite of the human helpers. This is Amelia Minervus, the Legatus, a ranking officer within the Ultramar Auxilia.
Yeah, absolutely. The Ultramar Auxilia are the human forces of Ultramar that battle very similar to the Astra Militarum alongside the Ultramarines, trying to retain those 500 worlds and defend the borders of Ultramar from aggressive alien forces and heretics.
So the idea with this set is that it's essentially Titus and his command staff, and it's a fantastic leadership unit to use in your games, brilliantly characterful models, and also really starts to help tell the narrative of this event that's taking place with the 500 worlds. Speaking of which, Eddie, do you want to get the book?
I get the book?
We've got the book here today, so we can get it out and show you. This is Warhammer 40,000 500 Worlds Titus. It is when we say book, that's a little bit misleading here. You can see it's a mighty slipcase that contains 4 volumes to it. What these volumes do is each has a slightly different thing. So you have the first of these books is called Titus. It's the lore, it's 80 pages of the narrative and the background that explains the events that are taking place. You then have Dread Incursions. Dread Incursions are the way to play boarding actions and sort of close confines battles as they go from place to place. So we've seen some fantastic terrain come out for Kill Team, which would be really useful for doing some of those sort of boarding action style situations.
Very way to show the chart.
We've also got the War on Vespertor Front as a campaign. Anybody here enjoying the grand narrative this weekend might find this extremely appealing, because this is a complete campaign system. In the background of this shot here now, you can see the map that comes. Oh, we've just lost it. But there's an enormous map that comes with this set. There's loads of stickers that you can sort of track the progress of your campaign with you and your friends as you battle for the 500 worlds. And finally, but by no means least, we have the detachments volume, which is 16 pages of all of the detachments and the rules that you need to use these new things in your games. They will be available online as a download or as part of the app. I don't know quite which.
Yeah, definitely available online. This is a very cool set of expansions. There's loads of good stuff in there, loads of good gaming material. It's sort of particularly themed towards those of you who enjoy the narrative element of Warhammer 40,000, but as you say, Adam, the detachments will be match play compatible, but because we don't want to kind of limit them behind a big set that you have to buy, they will also be available online for those of you who want to just get the detachment, but then you'd be missing out on having an amazing campaign experience within the 500 worlds. And what this set really does is it sets up that region of space as a pivotal and important part of the Warhammer 40,000 universe, one of the most active war zones that's currently happening in Warhammer 40,000 right now, which is to say something, because there's a lot of war going on.
And I had a chance to read through the Titus volume, that 80-page lore book. There are some very cool information inside there. The things that are happening within the sort of wider story of Warhammer 40,000 are really interesting. It's a compelling read.
But who are they fighting, Adam?
Well, if you've looked at the covers of those books, you might have got a subtle hint as to who the enemy that is principally causing them problems within the 500 worlds. These guys are finding themselves going up against this guy.
Ooh.
This is Necrosaur Amantar. And who or what is Necrosaur Amantar?
So Necrosaur Amantar is effectively a deranged destroyer lord of the Necrons. He is an ancient, powerful creature, and he leads an entire army of destroyers who want none of that kind of conquest or claiming land or anything like that. He just wants to wipe out all life in the galaxy, starting with Ultramar. There are even rumors that he might have been the origin of the Destroyer curse itself amongst the Necrons, so he's a pretty big deal. He has a particularly diabolical plan. Looking at the galaxy, he goes, even though I am a 20-foot killing machine with lasers for arms, I don't think I could kill the whole galaxy, but I know something that could. I'm going to put the Nightbringer back together.
Ooh.
Fantastic. So the Nightbringer, you might have seen, we showed it on warhammercommunity.com. This would have been the first time you'd seen it if it hadn't have gone out as a leak. We did mention leaks in our invitation video, but here is the Catan shard of the Nightbringer. The Necrosaur, his plan is to gather all of the Catan shards so that he can get the Nightbringer together properly and just kill all life in the galaxy.
Absolutely. It's not just the new character and the new Catan shard that will be coming out. There will be some new ways of getting Necrons into your army. There is a new battalion, which basically gives you all the destroyers. So if you like the idea of an army of undying, unkillable robots hell-bent on destroying all life, this is the battalion for you.
Perfect. Yeah, if your jam is just psychotic, undead robot killing machines, 500 Worlds is going to be your jam.
Yep.
Perfect. Whew. I feel like
That's
we've reached the end.
That is the end.
Perfect. Right. So here we go. Let's just look at Titus squaring off against the enemy. And then what remains is for us to bring this to a close. Everybody who's been watching us live on the stream, thank you so much for sticking with us for our technical difficulties. We appreciate it wasn't perfect, but it's been really great to show you all these fantastic Warhammer reveals and just get a bit excited about our favourite hobby with all of you. Thank you for hanging around with us.
If you want to see any of these reveals, again, you want to watch any of the videos again, you want a closer look at any of those miniatures, the Warhammer Community website, if it's not already updated, will be updated very soon with lovely shots of all of those new reveals so you can spend time, look over them, and decide which of those you're most excited about and which one you want to buy.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you've got burning questions about things Eddie and I didn't explain, there's a good chance that the answers will be there on Warcom, so go and have a look. I should address the 1,000 or so people in the room. Thank you all for sticking around with us as well. You have been an incredible audience. It's been a delight to share this reveal with all of you. We're going to bring this thing to a close. Thank you from Eddie and from all of the Warhammer TV team who made this possible. And thank you from myself. It's been a delight. We'll see you again next time. Good night.
All right. Okay. Huh. I'm not gonna lie, I was expecting more on the 40k side of things. Was there gonna be more for the 500 Worlds? Titus, the next major narrative expansion. 500 Worlds Titus. The also in slipcase. These exciting books and miniatures. They have to wait. Is there still more preview stuff to see? No, there isn't. Wait, what? No, it's a lot to take in. We can't show you more about these exciting books and miniatures. Huh. So their wording is a little confusing. Are there going to be more 500 Worlds stuff? So, like, the expected thing was the end of edition campaign, and this looks like that. Because if it's just this, that's kind of disappointing. That's, And that's the last major announcement, like, show of the year, probably until Christmas. Huh. I could see like 2 more of these 500 Worlds things being put out here, but like, it would be weird if it's just this. And like the edition ends like, or rather the new edition comes out probably around June of next year. That's how it's always turned out. Curious to find out, I guess. "500 Worlds Titles." The way it's written, I feel like there has to be more. There's gotta be, like, more coming after this, like 500 Worlds, some other character. There's gotta be. There's gotta be. Hmm. I hope so, at least. Well, that was fun, despite all the technical difficulties. Yeah, I hope so. Alright. It was. It was also a little annoying, but it was funny. Hope they sort this shit out for next time. Alright, this has been fun to stream. Thank you to everyone who tuned in. Pyro, thank you for joining and speaking a whole bunch. I think I'm looking forward to... I don't really know what to look forward to. Probably the Ultramarine stuff, even if it is Ultramarines. You did say that, didn't you? Yeah, it was a pleasure. Can't wait to do this again. Alright. I'll be ending there. Next stream... Oh god, next stream is tomorrow, and I'll be finishing up Dredge. Have a good one.